Good evening and welcome to Pettisville High School as we get ready for the showdown for the BBC Championship tonight. Winner take all here in this one. It is 13-6 Pettisville against 11-9 Stryker. But the only records you need to know tonight, 6-0. That's where both of them sit, Adam Gubernath, as they play tonight for everything in the conference.
Well, it's the way it should be. The last week of the league season, and you're playing for a league title. These two teams have clearly separated themselves from the rest of the pack. They've survived some tough road competition, some close games along the way, put themselves in a position that every team in the league at the beginning of the year, that's one of the goals, win a BBC title. These two have an opportunity to check that off here tonight.
This is the Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes pregame show, and Adam, can we glean anything from the game that we saw back on December 1st? It was 38-36. Pettisville won, but a tale of two halves. Is that so far back that you can take anything from that to tonight's game?
Well, I would think it's so far away. Both teams are vastly different. Personnel is the same, but vastly different. I mean, you're talking, almost 2 months ago that they did that. But keep in mind, I mean, these are kids and coaches that have coached against each other for years, kids that have played each other for years. I don't think there's going to be any surprises out there, but it's safe to say that both teams are probably a little bit different. But I think for the most part, you know what you're going to get. It's going to come down to execution
and
tonight.
You knew that this night had a different feel. It had a championship night, a tournament-like feel to it. When you pull in and you're 20 minutes away from the JV game and you're looking for seats, it's going to end up being a full house here tonight in this one. And, all coaches would say, we can add ourselves to this list. Players play, coaches coach, broadcasters come to games for nights like this where you have a lot of juice in the building and so much on the line.
Well, tournament starts in 2 weeks, and what's the best way to prepare for the tournament? Put yourself in meaningful games like this. Obviously, the league title is all that matters here tonight, but great atmosphere, big crowd, going to be a lot of intensity in the gymnasium. We'll see how the two teams handle it tonight.
Just getting things started here on a Friday night. Stick around. We have more, including the Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the two head coaches, Brian Leppelmeyer of Pettisville, Tyler Willis from Stryker. They'll join us next on B-Rock Sports.
Hi, I'm Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent. I live and work here just like you. And with all kinds of local insurance advice, I am someone you can count on to help you protect all that's good in your life. I make it easy to save on the quality protection you need. I will even help do the switching and paperwork for you. So stop by my office today for a quote. We are located on West High Street in Bryan. That's 1111 West High Street in Bryan.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Mount Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Friday night basketball in the BBC, and a huge one here tonight for the BBC title as Stryker and Pettisville play, and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Pettisville head coach Brian Leppelmeyer. And before we talk about this game, I want to ask you about your tournament draw. Were you pleased, and did you feel like the seeding kind of matched with what you thought it might in a normal year or a different year? This is something different for us this year in seeding. And then I guess talk about your matchup, if you would.
Yes, in terms of, obviously, we had the Martin RPI. And we talked as coaches a little bit, maybe how a coach's vote would go if there was much difference. And the thing I can reference is last year we had the coach's vote, we had the Martin RPI. He still did it, and then we compared it, and there might have been two teams that flip-flopped. So I guess for the most part, I think it was pretty fair. We kind of sat in the fourth spot just about the entire year. So, we felt, fine about that. And, our matchup is we're going to play Edgerton, and then the winner of that will take on Antwerp, the 2 seed. So, I think overall it's a very balanced district. I think, there's a lot of teams that can compete with each other, so I think it's going to be an exciting tournament.
Let's talk about this championship matchup. Before we even get to tournament, a pretty big matchup here tonight, and you could kind of start to see this unfold, I don't know, maybe close to the midway point, the way you and Stryker were playing. You saw each other earlier in the year in a non-conference game, and you guys had a great second half after, I know, a first half you weren't real pleased with and made some great adjustments and came back and won a close matchup with Stryker. How are they different then, and where are they at now as a basketball team, Lep?
That game feels like it's so long ago. And I think the thing you probably, you can't take a lot away from it because teams have improved so much, but I think offensively for them, just getting contributions from a lot of players. You look back, and I told our players in practice, one of the, he's in the starting lineup now is Daniel Donovan, and he took one shot against us. So obviously that's changed. So I think they just have more weapons on the floor, with Cadwell, Michael Donovan, Daniel Donovan. Then you have Eli inside, along with Levi Barnum, and they're bringing Mateo off the bench. So just a lot of guys that can score the basketball. I think the other thing that they're doing very well is getting out and putting pressure on teams. So it's a challenge offensively and defensively for us.
How do you win this game, Lep? How do you bring that championship outright back to Pettisville?
I think, and we talk a lot about this. I don't care what team it is. We have to contest all shots. You just don't want to give teams open shots. Now, there's guys out there that even though they're contested, and then you got the guys that can hit contested shots, you really try to limit their catches and limit their shots. But it all starts with contesting all shots, and then hopefully that forces some misses, but then you got to finish that defensive possession off with a rebound. So I think controlling the glass, so that's the defensive end, for us. And then offensively, making sure that we take care of the basketball, and making sure that we get a high percentage shot, whether that's, in the paint, whether that's, we don't take a lot of threes, but, we'll take the open three. So I think that's really what it comes down to, is just contesting shots and making sure that we get that high-quality shot.
Conference championship on the line. It's Stryker coming in. I mean, there's already that built-in rivalry, and you expect a tournament atmosphere, a full house for this one. Essentially, a nice tune-up game for tournament to play Stryker like this for the championship. This is why you coach, this is why you play, right?
Correct, absolutely, and we talk to our kids about that. This is what we want. I think we had that tournament atmosphere type game with Archibald right around Christmas time. What a great game. Win or lose in that game, I think it was something that was a great experience for the kids, our community, but for Archibald's community as well. It's just, a packed house. So hopefully that's what we have here on Friday night. A good crowd, that atmosphere, and that's what makes it fun. We talk about the kids, you got to bring that energy and effort. Well, you're going to, but in this game, you're going to have that buzz in the gym. So we're just really looking forward to it.
Thanks, Brian, for the time. Best of luck against Stryker in this one.
Thank you.
The Pettisville Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to wish Pettisville the best of luck in tonight's game. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters understands all of the hard work and commitment of all of the area athletes, especially those at Pettisville. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters. If you'd like to become a member today, contact a booster member. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters, supporting every athlete in every sport at Pettisville High School and Junior High. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters saying, good luck, Pettisville, tonight.
Looking for something different for your next event? The Eager Beaver Axe Hole is perfect for birthdays, corporate parties, and other special occasions. Axe Throwing lanes, full-service bar, keno, pool tables, and more. Reserve your lanes today or ask about their exclusive VIP room. Find them on Facebook, Instagram, or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axe Hole, just off State Route 24 in Defiance. Defiance's first axe throwing venue.
Direct Link should be the first stop for anyone needing new appliances. Whether your appliance is on the fritz or you're just looking to upgrade, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and now in Wasion is your hometown appliance dealer. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances and the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, Frigidaire, and GE. Many in stock to take home with you today. Then when you have a problem, Direct Link will also service everything. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it quick. quickly, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and Wasion, your local appliance dealer.
Friday night boys basketball, the BBC Championship on the line tonight. Our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Stryker head coach Tyler Willis as the Panthers get ready to face Pettisville on the road tonight. Before we dive into the matchup, Tyler, pretty big event just happened. Tournament draw. From the Stryker perspective, how did things go as far as you and your matchups are concerned?
Yeah, I feel like it was, it was with the passing, I didn't know what was going to happen. Usually I have a kind of an idea, but now that you can pass, I was, just kind of up in the air. But no one ended up passing, and where we got placed there, I like it. We're in Bryan, we're close to home, so our fans can go there. I talked to the boys on Saturday, the team, and they, asked them who they would want to play, and we got one of the matchups that we wanted, and North Central, though, is, they played us tough over at their place. So, but anyone in that district is capable of beating anybody, and that's the tough thing or the good thing about that district. It's going to be very competitive, and there was no game that you were going to get going forward that's like, okay, we can get through this game, and prepare for the next team. So, but I like where we are. I like that we're close, and North Central's going to be a great team and good competition, though, for sure.
Okay, let's focus on the game and the task at hand, and that's Pettisville tonight for the BBC title. Talk about this Blackbirds team, I guess, in all facets. You can go, that game that you played in non-conference was literally the first day of December, which feels like a lifetime ago. Anything you can learn from that game and that night, Tyler, or was it too long ago?
No, you can always learn. You can always learn what certain things worked, but everyone's changed. The freshman, Leffenmeyer is now, not really a freshman anymore as the point guard. So he's gotten a lot better. Everybody has, and including us. Our offense and defense has gotten better, and so is theirs. But, Pettisville is just a well-rounded, balanced, not going to hurt themselves kind of team. They're well coached. They know how to beat you in certain areas, and obviously with Jacoby being 6'9", that's the primary focus of theirs. But on the defensive end is really where they, excel. They just don't let you beat them. You have to do other things. You can't just dribble drive. You can't just shoot, open shots, because you're not going to get many of those. So you got to really work hard on the offensive end to break them down any way that you can. And if you do, you're driving into 6'9". So you got to learn how to finish over that, or finish through that, or kick it out for an open shot. They're just, our team was talking this week is, they do a good job when they're on offense. Everyone jump stops, everyone pump fakes. They're just taught well. They're not going to go up and just throw up a crazy shot or take a contested three with a hand in the face. That's not who they are, and that's why they are, here for a chance to win the championship, and also their record, is exactly where it would be, with a good team like that.
No disrespect to any other conference opponent, okay, as I ask this question, but would you really want it any other way? Playing Pettisville, probably the biggest rival for Stryker in the conference over the years. You two have had a ton of success over the years, and you've had a lot of games. Would you want it any different to play them one game to win it and you win a championship?
It couldn't have worked out any better. It's storybook in a way, and no disrespect for anybody else, but they are our biggest rival, and we are theirs, and there's a lot of history between the two teams. There's a lot of, we all know each other. We all, some family members are on the opposite coaching staff.
Yes.
So, so it's, you're talking about it all year. That's pretty much what everyone thought going into it, is it's going to be Pettisville and Stryker at the end of the year for the championship, and it worked out that way. And so, yeah, it's just fun. I told the kids this week this is why you play basketball, is to have these games. And what a great atmosphere it's going to be. They're just so lucky to be able to play in these games. There's some kids that in their whole career they don't get a chance to play for a conference championship at all. You go through 4 years and you don't get a chance, and you guys get a chance tonight. And I'm just so happy. I would give up a lot to be able to go back and to play one more championship game like they're going to be able to play tonight. And I'm just happy for them that they get this opportunity.
And, Tyler, one other little layer to it, if that's not enough, and that is enough, no question about it. But you look at where you're at now. You play this game. You play Paulding, a fantastic team, right before. I mean, you're basically playing 2 tournament-like games before you play the tournament. That's another kind of added layer, added feather there, I guess, in your cap to all of this, is that you get to basically start a tournament game, an atmosphere now.
Exactly, and our Ayersville game last Saturday was a tournament game and a great atmosphere. And so, yeah, I'm happy with our AD and Kent Holthoppel, how we scheduled it. I like that we end with these tough games. That's what you need heading into the tournament. You really learn a lot about yourselves and how to play in this tournament atmosphere. And this is 100% a tournament atmosphere, and probably more so with being on the road. It's going to be just an electric atmosphere. The crowd's going to be into it, both sides, and just really excited for this.
Hey, looking forward to it. Have fun with it. Looking forward to sitting and kind of calling it and watching it. And good luck to you and the kids against Pettisville in this one.
Thank you so much, Andy.
You know we still have some winter ahead, so why not take time to freshen up the inside of your home with Clark & Kensington paint from Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. You'll find all you need at Donaldson's, from buy one, get one half off painter's tape and Zinsser Bullseye 1-2-3 primer to the best paint on the market. Clark & Kensington. They have excellent coverage, washability, and the primer built right in. Head to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan today. Donaldson's Ace Hardware. Ace, the helpful place.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wauseon, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small, they do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
Time to meet the Fackler Monument Company starting lineups for tonight for the Stryker Panthers, coached by Tyler Willis. It'll be Elijah Juilliard, a 6'6" senior. Michael Donovan, a 5'11" junior. Jacob Cadwell, a 6'1" junior. Daniel Donovan, a 6'1" sophomore. And Levi Barnum, a 6'4" senior.
Andy, for Brian Leppelmeyer's Pettisville Blackbirds, they'll go like this. Jack Leppelmeyer is a 5'11" freshman. Joey Ripke, a 6'5" junior. Sean Atkins is a 6' senior. Jarrett Beck is a 6' senior. And the man in the middle, 6'9" senior, Caden Jacoby.
Your lineups tonight brought to you by the Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. For the Tri-State's best selection of monuments, remember Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. Your officials working the game tonight who have their eyes on the game, brought to you by Tri-State Vision Center. They are Dan Carnahan, Max Smeltzer, and our favorite, the Tanis guy in Northwest Ohio, Paul Stahl, working this one as the third member of the team tonight.
It doesn't matter if there's one ray of sunshine out there, it's finding its way to Paul Stahl, that's for sure.
Those are your officials having the game tonight. For all of your eye care needs in your next eye care visit, remember Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. That's going to do it for the pregame show, brought to you by our good friends at Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes, there for you in your time of need. The Oberlin and Turnbull Funeral Homes and Crematory. Adam will give you his thoughts on this one before opening tip. We're going to step aside and take one more break before that tip happens. A reminder, what's at stake tonight? The winner gets a BBC championship. Both teams 6-0, and that's the only record you really need to know coming into tonight. And then the matchup back on December 1st, won by Pettisville in a non-conference way, 38-36. The opening tip coming up
in just a moment.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
You worked hard for your money. That's why we see to it that your money works hard for you, not someone else. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, our earnings belong to our members and go right back to work for you, from better rates to lower fees. We've got the products and people to help you build a more fantastic future every step of the way. Join 14,000 other people just like you who want to do more with their money. Imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Okay, Adam, the talk's about over, except for a couple of final thoughts. Let's find out your thoughts on this one. How does Stryker get this title tonight on the road?
Oh, they're going to have to find a way to defend the big guy in the middle, and that it's a lot easier said than done because Caden Jacoby is about one of the best low-post performers we have in our area. But you can't lose sight on the guys on the perimeter, and that especially means Joey Ripke. Those two are just size mismatches. Now they can throw Juilliard after Jacoby a little bit, but they're going to have a size mismatch on Joey Ripke. So defensively, they do it very well. They're a very good defensive team, Stryker is. They communicate well. They're going to have to do a really good job of that here tonight. Offensively, play their game. They just never seem to really take a lot of bad shots. Get the shot that they want, and I think they'll be in it at the end.
Pettisville tonight to do it on home floor.
Almost the same thing. I mean, they have to take advantage of the size mismatches. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Stryker does if they give an extra defender to Caden Jacoby, and if they do, someone's going to be open. That guy's going to have to hit some shots. Turnovers, got to stay down. We've seen some games with Pettisville, a couple of them this year. They dig themselves a hole. You don't want to do that here tonight. You want to be able to kind of stay in it, and how you handle the home crowd will be interesting to see. I think both teams want to play a controlled, deliberate style of basketball. That being said, fast break points, I mean, you could see something like maybe a 10-6 advantage decide this one here tonight. I'd be surprised if we get into the fourth quarter and we're not talking about a 1 or 2 possession game.
So their numbers on the year, 46.5 a game is what Pettisville scores. They give up only 41 a game. Stryker, 45 a game. They allow 40 a game. So there you go. Game in the 40s you would anticipate.
First 1 to 40 may win here tonight.
Of course, that, you know what? We talk about all these numbers, and it's going to be like 80 to 74
They'll
or something.
light it up right away, sure.
We're ready to go. You heard both coaches talk about it, and I thought it was interesting when I asked the question. No disrespect to the rest of the conference, but if you're going to have a winner-take-all, these two playing each other in the long-time history they have is maybe the most fitting.
And as the year went on, it just seemed like week in and week out, it just was building towards that here in the final week of the league season.
Dan Carnahan throws it in the air. Juilliard and Jacoby jump it up. The opening tip belongs to Stryker, and they'll move right to left here to open this thing. Pettisville will go man-to-man. Cadwell gets a high ball screen out in front. Adkins on him. Top of the key now to Donovan, who has really come on here and helped Stryker improve as the year's gone on. And we're talking about Daniel Donovan. Here's Barnum, got inside. Shot rejected on the interior. And it was Jacoby that got a piece of it. He gets about 3 blocks a game. Averages a double-double. Jack Leppelmeyer handling out in front. First possession for Pettisville. High post Jacoby, backdoor cut, looking for Ripke, who wasn't looking for the ball, Adam, and it ends up being a turnover.
I think what you're seeing on both sides, just early game jitters, both teams trying to get settled here. One thing that we talk about every night is be true again here tonight. How will the game be officiated? Will they let them play? Because the first time these two teams played, it was very, very physical.
Here's Cadwell, hands to Barnum. Barnum, right side of the lane, spins back, jump pass in, Juilliard, reverse layup, and he didn't get it to go. Rebound to Pettisville. Loose ball to Beck. He gets it now to Leppelmeyer. Terrific look for Stryker, unable to cash in. Far side, Beck with it on the left point. Now to Adkins. He's guarded by Daniel Donovan. Here's Leppelmeyer. Cadwell on him. Jacoby and Juilliard, of course, on each other. Does anybody get in foul trouble? Something to keep an eye on tonight among those two. Here's Ripke, guarded by Barnum. Good individual matchups to keep an eye on as part of this team game tonight. Jacoby shovels it off down to Leppelmeyer. Scoreless, a minute and a half in. To the post to Jacoby. Working on Juilliard. Little jump hook is a little bit short. And the rebound secured by Stryker. Here's Cadwell up the far side. Cadwell, top of the key. Cadwell to the right side. Popping out now here is Barnum. He'll shift it left wing and over to Michael Donovan now. Donovan, left point, out between the circles to brother Daniel Donovan. Dribble handoff now to Cadwell. Now it'll be Juilliard who gets a high post touch. Gives back to Cadwell. Little rainbow jump shot, no good. Rebound to Jacoby. It was an elbow jumper. Another good look at him, but unable to hit it.
Just not able to get it, and 3 times they've gone right at Caden Jacoby offensively.
Here's Leppelmeyer. Elbow jumper from 15 is too strong. Long rebound out to Stryker to Pettisville and Jarrett Beck. Corner jumper, no good for 3 by Jacoby. Both teams 0 for 3 in the feeling out stages here, a couple of minutes in. Right point now, Donovan to the post to Juilliard. It's a kick basketball by Jacoby.
Andy, what you've seen on the first 3 Stryker possessions, they've gone right at Caden Jacoby, right at the basket twice, and then a pick and roll they went after him as he came out on the perimeter. Obviously, it's not always going to work because he's such a great defender and a great shot blocker, but it shows you the mentality of the Panthers. They're not afraid to go inside on him.
Barnum gets inside position, kind of off balance a little bit, but able to finish. And the first points of the night belong to Stryker. Now they'll go box pressure, 2-2-1 3/4 court. Barnum climbing over the top to try to get that deflection. Adam gets his first foul.
And at the other end, you saw Pettisville go right inside to Jacoby as well, and obviously that's what they want to do right out at the beginning. But Juilliard, a very good defender as well. Point being is both these teams are very familiar with each other. There's not that, oh my gosh, they got a 6'6" or 6'8" guy in the paint. We got to avoid him at all costs. Both teams will attack each other on every level.
Here's Adkins, reverses to Leppelmeyer, far side to Ripke. He crosses the timeline, trap coming, bounce pass to Leppelmeyer. Shifts it right side. Adkins started toward the basket. Donovan took it away. Now it's around to the left point to Beck. Beck tries to turn the corner. Donovan gave it, or stopped that from happening. Now it's Leppelmeyer to the foul line. Looking Jacoby pick and roll. It was taken away. Now Jacoby gets a touch. A little ISO on the far side. Turn to the baseline. No, but Juilliard going to get the foul. And Jacoby will get a trip to the free throw line.
Well, early on, at least here in the opening quarter, Tyler Willis' strategy is he's going to let Elijah Juilliard go one-on-one with Jacoby. And if that's the case, then Jacoby's going to have a lot of opportunities like that. But as we saw in the first matchup back in December, as the game went on, they started bringing over a weak side defender to give him a double team look every now and then. I would suspect we'd see that as the game goes on.
Last time we saw Jacoby at the foul line, he was beating North Central, and he hits both of them here, the 70% free throw shooter.
Talk about an emotional night here tonight. We had one that night, too.
2-2 game, 4:40 to go in the opening quarter. Stryker possession. Handling out in front is Cadwell. Taken away by Adkins. Great hands, and then gets on the floor. And a jump ball, and the arrow belongs to Pettisville. Excellent defense and then hustle.
Now, both these teams play really good defense. The numbers are down a little bit based on a little bit of the style that each play, a very deliberate offensive style. But don't ignore the defensive side of the ball because both these teams are very good defensive teams.
And an over and back is going to be called against Pettisville, and that's a good cue for me to mention this. That's a rarity. These teams, I know, lower pace or slower pace and lower scores, but they only turn it over 10 a game, both sides.
And what you've seen already is this three-quarters court trap out of Stryker has had an impact, at least on the first couple times. Pettisville trying to figure their way through it.
Juilliard gives to Donovan. Little teardrop from the lane is no good. And the rebound to Pettisville. Leppelmeyer looking to push. Trailing is Ripke with a little contact. Snaps it inside Jacoby. Didn't catch it cleanly, but got it. And then able to muscle it in for his first field goal. And Pettisville has their first lead.
Well, Villanueva was right there on Jacoby, and that's 6'8" against 5'10".
Halfway home in the opening quarter, 4-2 Pettisville. Here's Cadwell, just shy of the left side of the elbow. Now brings it out in front. Over to the right point to Michael Donovan. Guarded by Ripke. Throws to the post to Juilliard. Great catch by Juilliard. Bounce pass for Villanueva, who just came on the floor. He's tied up by Adkins, and Stryker will keep it. Barnum, who was the player to get a quick blow, will be out, or will come back in now, and Cadwell will go out. 4-2 Pettisville on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 3:40 mark of the opening quarter. Villanueva from the baseline sends it in now to Barnum. Gives back to Villanueva. Villanueva between the circles. Right side now to Donovan. Donovan jump stop. That's Michael Donovan at the foul line. Gives it up now to Barnum. Good extra pass. Villanueva gave it up. Daniel Donovan. 3-ball in the corner. No good. Rebound ricochets to Jacoby. Batted away then from behind by Juilliard and tapped it out of bounds. And Juilliard's a kid that's had a history of getting into that early foul trouble. He's got to be careful.
Well, Tyler, throughout the course of the years, brought him off the bench sometimes to kind of put him in a position to be in the second half. That's the big thing. Can you get him to the second half with less than 2 or less fouls?
Little three-quarter court pressure again. Ripke to Leppelmeyer near side. They're still in the backcourt. Now cross court to Ripke. Pushes it ahead into the half-court offense. Counting down to the 3-minute mark remaining in the opening quarter. A 4-2 Pettisville lead. Now it's Adkins. They'll play off of him because he's more of a driving threat than a stationary jump shooter. Out between the circles, it goes now to Leppelmeyer. Leppelmeyer at the elbow. To the left point, Ripke. Shot fake. Now bounce pass down to Jacoby. Jacoby on a give and go. Right back to Ripke, who lays it in.
That time Stryker brought an extra defender over to double team Jacoby, and it was the guy that was guarding Ripke. Good way, good noticing that, and he moved well without the ball.
6-2 Pettisville. They've scored 6 unanswered now with 2.5 to go in the quarter. Michael Donovan at the foul line gives to Villanueva. Now to Daniel Donovan. Couple of crossovers working on Jarrett Beck. Hands down to Michael Donovan. Donovan, little hesitation dribble, now gets down to the low square. Jacoby stops that penetration. Donovan floats it out now to Barnum, and they'll reset, and a new set called by Tyler Woolas. Tyler, in his 6th year, 70 and 68 at the helm. To the post to Juilliard, threw it too far and wide did Villanueva, and it's a Stryker giveaway.
Well, the confidence is a little shaken right now offensively for Stryker. I don't see anything out of Pettisville. I mean, they're getting after it, yes, but you just don't see that confidence offensively that we've seen out of Stryker, and part of that could be big game on the road, just trying to get their feet settled right now.
Stryker 1 of 6 from the field. Pettisville 2 of 5 to start this one. Here's Ripke all the way to the basket. Inside, turns, fires, no good. And then the putback, though, is good. And that's the big fella on the interior, Jacoby, and a timeout, Stryker. 8-0 run Birds. They lead it 8-2.
The Pettisville Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to wish Pettisville the best of luck in tonight's game. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters understands all of the hard work and commitment of all of the area athletes, especially those at Pettisville. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters. If you'd like to become a member today, contact a booster member. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters, supporting every athlete in every sport at Pettisville High School and Junior High. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters saying good luck, Pettisville, tonight.
Andy Brigle, Adam Gubernath. Pettisville early momentum here. Adam up 8-2.
Yeah, I think Tyler Woolas sensing not only that Pettisville has the early momentum here, but at the same time his team just seeing some things that we don't normally see. And I think a little bit of it is, again, unsure of themselves, what they're doing offensively, a little bit unsure defensively. You can understand when you're on the road, you don't get off to a good start. Just kind of got to get a shot to fall, get a rebound, and kind of get settled a little bit yet to do that.
Daniel Donovan had a pick and roll with Barnum, didn't have him, goes topside now to Michael Donovan. Now Barnum posting inside, turnaround jump hook, no good. Juilliard up with a rebound, muscles it home. Great work on the offensive glass.
Great offense. They went right into Barnum. That's a matchup that favors Stryker. Didn't get the shot, but that's Juilliard getting in there with his size to get the offensive rebound.
That stops at 8-0 run. A cut to the basket. Adkins may have been partially tipped by Barnum from behind. Either way, he's unable to cash in. Now Villanueva in transition as we go under a minute to go in the quarter. 8-4 Pettisville. Donovan spins, knocked away by Beck. Went and tried to save it, but the ball and the momentum carried him out of bounds. Pettisville, that's at least two examples of them winning 50-50 balls.
Absolutely. They're the ones that are diving on the floor right now, and I think that was part of the timeout for Tyler Willis as well, but I think Brian Leppelmeyer just has to be ecstatic, not only about how this first 7 minutes of the quarter has gone, but by the effort he's getting out of his kids right now.
Left point with it is Cadwell. Starts to dribble, penetrate, fade away. Ripke got a piece of that. It's no good. Ripke the rebound. And now it's Leppelmeyer, and with 40 seconds and an 8-4 lead, what will they do? Pettisville see Stryker stay man. They've both been man from the beginning. Adkins far side. Adkins could stand and hold, and they're not going to come out on him at all. And he may do that now to the end of the quarter.
And I think from both sides, I mean, it's weird that sometimes you think this could be a good thing for both. I think obviously Lepp wants to go in with the lead. I think Tyler Willis just wants to get into the quarter and into the quarter break and just regroup.
Now they start maneuvering. 12 to shoot. Beck has it on the wing. Gavin LeBeau's in on him. Top of the key, Leppelmeyer with 7. With 6. Leppelmeyer contested shot. Cadwell got a piece of it. It is saved. And with 2 seconds, it'll belong to Stryker.
They're letting them play, Andy, down low and on the perimeter right now.
2 seconds to get a shot away. Plenty of time. Barnum up to midcourt. Villanueva fires from midcourt, and it's short. 8-4 Pettisville after one. BBC Championship Basketball on B-Rock Sports.
Are you looking for a mechanic that really knows how to repair both foreign and domestic vehicles? Let me recommend Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions. Dave has spent the last 25 years diagnosing and repairing all makes and models of vehicles in Northwest Ohio. And he's now teamed up with Jason Dietz on State Route 6 just east of Edgerton. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem that your last mechanic couldn't, think of Dave Brown at Jason Dietz Customs and Collisions.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Full house in Pettisville for the BBC Championship. 1 quarter complete. 8-4 Pettisville. Adam, Pettisville 3 of 9. Stryker 2 of 10 from the field in that opening quarter.
+3 advantage on the glass for the Blackbirds in the opening quarter. Each team in the first 8 minutes guilty of 2 turnovers.
Nobody in foul trouble. Pettisville ball. Ripke sends it around to Leppelmeyer. There have been no subs yet either for Pettisville. Jacoby on the right point. Gives it up to Beck. They're not extremely deep. I think only on one occasion have we seen a 7th kid play. Beck inside tries to muscle over Donovan. It's partially blocked by Donovan. Loose change to Stryker now. Here's Cadwell. Over into Barnum's hands. Right back to Cadwell. One of the Donovans. Daniel is out there now. Gavin LeBeau and Juilliard. Quick breather for Michael Donovan. Juilliard. High on the left. Jacoby on him. Jacoby the early advantage. He has 6 of Pettisville's 8. Now they'll give it up to Daniel Donovan. Now to Barnum. Right side of the floor. Turns the corner. Push shot off glass. No good. Ball popped into the air. Knocked out of bounds. It'll stay Stryker basketball.
Just like the first matchup between these two, it is physical underneath the basket here tonight.
Keep you updated on OG Defiance. That isn't for the title. That would just be for the driver's seat in that one. Kick into the corner to Cadwell. Cadwell, little runner. That won't go. Knocked out of bounds by Pettisville. Here's a little thing to bring up about that Defiance OG game. Defiance, win or lose, makeup game tomorrow against Bath, 1 o'clock JV game. Think about that. You come back from Ottawa and all that emotion if you win.
Saturdays are tough to begin with.
Donovan gets in the lane, and Daniel Donovan with a finish in the painted area. Wasion playing, a lot on the line in the NWOAL. Delta still in the discussion. PH still in the race. Archibald still in the race. So a lot going on this next to last regular season Friday night for boys hoops. Here's Leppelmeyer in the lane. Kick out now to Ripke. 6.5 to go in the half. Ripke got in the lane and Gildy a step, so it'll be a Pettisville turnover.
Well, neither team really looks settled offensively. Pettisville got off to that quick start, but if you have to say one side or the other, I think defensively both teams a little bit ahead of where the offenses are last night. Very similar again to what we saw back early December.
8-6 Pettisville on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Stryker basketball. Michael Donovan back in, gives to Daniel Donovan, now to Barnum in the lane. Now the right side of the lane, Barnum picks up his dribble. He'll loop it out in front to Donovan. Guarded by Leppelmeyer. Michael Donovan goes right to Barnum. Pick and roll, tried to get it to Juilliard. Ripke battling him, now they switch back, Jacoby back on him. Gives it to Barnum for the tie, straight on is a brick, no good. Ball is loose, rebound grab by Caden Jacoby. Birds bring it left to right, 5:45 to go in the half.
Well, I think it's safe to say, Andy, 80 to 70 is out of the running here tonight. We'll take the under.
Jacoby to the right. Adkins, a rare three, no good. Rebound, long one to Ripke. Pump fake, muscles it up, that's no good. Rebound, put back, Jacoby. Stick-to-itiveness on the offensive backboard.
Yeah, Jacoby and Ripke each getting offensive boards in there, 6'8", 6'5".
8 for Caden Jacoby. The game is 10-6, and now Pettisville forces a Stryker giveaway. Here's Leppelmeyer in the front court. Stryker's used a timeout already here in the first half. Here's Adkins, surveys, gives it up to Jacoby on the wing. 5 minutes to go in the half. 10-6 Pettisville. Blackbird possession. Leppelmeyer gets a screen. A roll from Jacoby. Leppelmeyer to the foul line, now hands to Adkins. He'll give it left side to Ripke. Out in front to Jacoby. Patience, 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 working against this man-to-man. Adkins to the left to Ripke. Ripke handling. He has scored the other 2 points. Just on the elbow, gives to Jarrett Beck. 4.5 to go. 45 seconds gone from the clock on this trip. Making Stryker sit down defensively. Anything you're seeing?
Well, it's interesting because it seems like at times Stryker will switch on the perimeter, but Juilliard is following Jacoby. Even if they screen him, he's fighting through it. So obviously they want to make sure they got that matchup on the big guy in the middle right now.
Leppelmeyer in the lane, scoop to the hoop, no good. And coming out of the pack, a whistle and a foul going to go on Pettisville. I think they're going to get Adkins.
Yeah, he had stopped, and Barnum turned and just basically plowed into him. It was good collision.
Update on that WBL showdown. Ottawa Glandorf 23, Defiance 15.
Sold out down at the Supreme Court, as they call
it. I was told, somebody reached out, a couple of former coaches said, hey, can we come? And they said, we're already above fire code. What's 2 more? Here's Donovan into the corner. Daniel Donovan, air ball 3. Offensive rebound, Barnum, and he's handcuffed and fouled on the way up.
A few more points in that game than this one. Points obviously hard to come by. So majority of the offense on both sides right now being generated off of offensive rebounds.
Stryker only shoots 53% as a team at the foul line. Barnum unable to cash in on the first one. He's a 50% free throw shooter. 5 points, 6 rebounds, 2.5 assists a game for Levi Barnum. Creighton Ashelman will come in, the 5'8 freshman for Pettisville in place of Sean Adkins. First sub there and the first sub of the night for Pettisville, Adam. It's been the Iron 5 for 12 minutes.
Yeah, neither team all that deep on the bench. Some guys will have to play some key minutes here tonight.
Barnum missed them both. Rebound as Pettisville. We've been at 10-6 for a little while now. 3:40 to go in the half. Over to the right side, Jarrett Beck with it. Popping out now, top the key, Jacoby. He can hit that. Goes to Ashelman. On the wing to Leppelmeyer. Now Leppelmeyer brings it out on top. Shifts it to the right to Jarrett Beck. Wanted to get in the lane. Takeaway by Juilliard. Good hands by the big fella. Over to Donovan on the wing. Daniel gives it up now to Michael Donovan. Donovan, top of the key. Now to Barnum. Barnum wanted to get in the lane, unable to do so. Barnum on the elbow. Now he does find a way into the basket. Juilliard did a great job shielding that defender, Adam.
And that defender was Caden Jacoby, and so Elijah did a very nice job of pulling the 6'9" shot blocker away from the rim, just enough for Barnum to squeeze in there.
10-8 now, Pettisville. Blackbird possession. Ripke lost his footing and is called for the travel, and he landed a little awkwardly. Let's see as he climbs to his feet. And little ginger on the ankle, and now taking more steps, jogging down the floor. It seems to be okay.
It looks to be okay. One of those cases where you just kind of fall a little awkwardly. You're not sure until you test it and walk it off a little bit. But, boy, it continues to be a very physical contest here tonight.
2:40 to go here in the first half. 10-8 our score. Pettisville, Stryker ball. Daniel Donovan to Barnum, right back to Donovan. Donovan on the baseline. Juilliard shows the ball to Jacoby. Reverse layup is partially blocked. Ball, though, back to Stryker. Donovan from downtown. That's an air ball three. That was Michael Donovan. And then it goes out of bounds off Pettisville with 2:24 to go in the half.
Well, the early stages of this one, you either better show a limb not connected or a massive amount of blood to get something called underneath, because they are letting them play so far.
Here's Villanueva off the inbounds. Ashelman trying to stay in front of him. Villanueva wanted up and under, not there. Now gives to Barnum. 10-8 Pettisville. Stryker ball, 2:10 to go in the half. Barnum on the baseline. Barnum, pivot, throws it away. Intercepted by Leppelmeyer. Leppelmeyer weaving his way through traffic. Gives to Ripke, and now they'll settle in offensively. On the wing to Leppelmeyer. Top of the key, Ashelman. Ball reversal to Ripke. Left point now to Beck. 10-8. Pettisville on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 8 of the 10 belong to Jacoby. Now it's Ashelman to Ripke. Wanted to put it on the deck, but Barnum took away dribble penetration. 90 seconds to go. Here's Jacoby, one-on-one to the rim. Wave it off. Offensive foul, Caden Jacoby.
Well,
that was a big moment because that would have been number 2 on Juilliard.
Yeah, absolutely. That I was thinking the entire way. I mean, Caden went right after him. It's the hardest call. We've talked about it. It's the hardest call for an official to have to make, and it's one of those whistles that, whether you agree with it or not, just depends what colors you're wearing and what side of the gym you're sitting on right now.
It's a gym that's a full house tonight for the BBC title. If you're just tuning in, winner gets everything tonight in the conference. Michael Donovan out between the circles. Bounces it right to Juilliard. Juilliard in attack mode. Now goes over the top to Cadwell. 10-8 Pettisville. Wanted to the post. Instead stays perimeter out on the top of the circle to Barnum. Back to Cadwell. Get it out of here, Jacoby says, as Cadwell went inside. Up to the right, it's Ripke in the lane. Pump. Ripke muscles off glass, no good. Rebound, Juilliard with 45 seconds to play first half. Cadwell to Donovan. Donovan, foul line, jump shot. Jacoby got another one, but the follow is good by Elijah Juilliard. Right spot, right time.
Yeah, Jacoby got enough of it to alter the shot, but it took him out of position for that rebound where Juilliard was.
10-10 game, 20 seconds to play in the half. Brian Leppelmeyer wants one shot for Pettisville. Leppelmeyer surveys, checks the clock. 8 to shoot. Right side, Beck hoists the three. Good! 2 seconds, 1 second. It'll be a turnover to end the first half by Stryker. Close and competitive throughout. And we go to the locker room. Pettisville 13, Stryker 10. You're listening to BBC Championship Basketball on B-Rock Sports.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small, they do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you thinking of buying a home, but you're hesitant because of the rising interest rates? Well, don't be. Historically, rates are still very low. While not at their lowest, rates are nowhere near where they were back in the 1980s and 1990s. Home prices are stabilizing, and there are more homes coming on the market. So don't wait until interest rates climb to 9 or 10% or even higher to make your move. Call me today, and I will help guide you through the entire process. From finding financing to handing you the keys to your new home at closing, I am with you every step of the way. With over 25 years of real estate experience, I am your trusted real estate advisor. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Halftime in Pettisville with Pettisville leading Stryker on Championship Friday 13-10. Let's take a look at the numbers. Caden Jacoby leads all scorers with 8. Jarrett Beck, a 3 there just before the buzzer, and Joey Ripke, 2 for the total of 13. For Stryker, Elijah Juilliard with 4, Levi Barnum with 4, Daniel Donovan with 2 for the total of 10. Pettisville, 5 of 12 from the field in that first half, 1 of 4 shooting threes. Stryker only 5 of 21 shooting in that first half, 0 for 4 from three-point distance. Pettisville 2 for 2 at the foul line. Stryker 0 for 2 at the free throw line.
Pettisville with a +3 advantage on the glass in the first half. The two big guys, Caden Jacoby and Elijah Juilliard, each with 5 to lead their respective teams. Turnovers, not a major issue right now. Pettisville with 5 and Stryker with 4 through the first 16.
Some scores to pass along. After one, Swanton led Bryan 9-8. Wauseon also in the NWOAL, a 12-9 lead over Archibald. In the GMC, Antwerp on top of Tenora, 11-8. Those are some updated scores there. Here, 13-10, Pettisville at the half. The Main Stop's halftime show rolls on in just a moment.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's at starksph.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040. Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters. The Stryker Athletic Boosters is always proud to be a part of Stryker Athletics, and they want to salute the hard work of all the athletes that are competing this season. If you'd like to be a member of the Stryker Athletic Boosters, contact a coach or a booster member. Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters.
When you're paying the right price device for protection, you just know it. It's that warm, fuzzy, totally secure feeling, knowing that you're not only getting great coverage, but you're also not paying too much for it. And there's no one that knows that feeling like me, Molly Culler, your local Allstate agent, because I work every day to get people like you the coverage they need with the savings they deserve. Give me a call for your quote today. Allstate, you're in good hands.
Savings vary based on the average annual savings reported by new auto customers surveyed in 2019 who switched to Allstate.
The Eager Beaver Axle is wide open and ready for you. Come in and take your shot at throwing axes or share some drinks and food with friends. Rack up the pool balls or take your chance with Keno. It's all inside the Eager Beaver Axle. Must be 18 or older to enter. Find them online or call 419-980-7121. The Eager Beaver Axle, Defiance's first axling venue.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Well, Adam, BBC Championship, I mean, it's been competitive all night, close all night long. This is maybe we thought maybe a little bit more scoring, but we thought we'd have this close and tense of a game at 13-10. Tyler Willis and Brian Leppelmeyer, based on what they saw and what their teams did or didn't do in the first half, what do you see as coming out in the second half tweaking?
Well, I think the first thing that both coaches will be making a point of emphasis in the locker rooms of their respective teams is if you're going to put the ball on the floor and you're going to go towards the basket, you're either going to have a hand slapping you trying to get it, or when you get into the paint, you're going to have a body that's going to be bumping you, and for all intents and purposes, your shot's going to be challenged. I mean, that's the way it's gone, and they are letting them play here tonight. Yep. And what we saw quite a lot were kids going into the lane and have that kind of deer in the headlight look like, where was the foul? It's not there. So you have to go in with a different mindset that you're looking at there. I think defensively what you're looking at is I think both teams are communicating well, and both teams then are feeding off of that a little bit. If they're going to let you play, I mean, that favors the defense out there. That being said, I thought what you saw out of the last possession out of Pettisville was very telling. What they do, they worked it around, put it inside, everyone jumps inside, they get it out to Beck for a wide open 3. Somebody's going to have to hit some shots from the perimeter. Stryker wasn't able to do it, and to be fair, Pettisville hit one, but it was a big one right before the half.
13-10 Pettisville, our halftime show brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Second half is next.
Direct Link should be the first stop for anyone needing new appliances. Whether your appliance is on the fritz or you're just looking to upgrade, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and now in Wasion is your hometown appliance dealer. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances in the brands you need. Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, Frigidaire, and GE. Many in stock to take home with you today. Then when you have a problem, Direct Link will also service everything. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541 and they'll be out to fix it quickly, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan and Wasion, your local appliance dealer.
Import cars and trucks are amazing, but fixing them creates a dilemma. Do you go to the city for service and repairs? Well, it's time for a change. Jason Dietz Automotive Services on State Route 6, just east of Edgerton, is the answer. If you own a Volkswagen, Toyota, Honda, BMW, Mercedes, or any other Asian or European vehicle, Jason Dietz Automotive Services has you covered. With over 30 years of experience on imports, Dave Brown and Sam Bailey are the experts that can fix it right the first time. So if you're looking for a mechanic that can fix the problem your last mechanic couldn't, call 419-298-0777 and make your appointment today.
When it comes to choosing a memorial that represents the lasting memories of a person's life, the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio can create exactly what you are looking for, like an eagle soaring through the woods etched on a memorial, a bench that has mom and dad's names engraved into the granite to sit and reflect, a picture of the family farm etched on the stone, or maybe your style is a memorial that has a split headstone with a vase in between for flowers. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families in the tri-state area since 1924.
Get red-hot buys now, only at Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. Birds will flock to your yard when you pick up a bag of Wild and Strong habanero wild bird food, only $6, or Ace suet cakes for only 99 cents each. And, you know, we still have snow coming. Donaldson's has what you need to make that winter a little easier. Ice melt for icy walks, snow shovels, and Ego battery-powered snow blowers. If you're tired of finding out you have no gas in the can when the snow hits, then Ego's a great choice for you. They also have Ace Basic Pleated Furnace Filters. Buy 3, get 1 free. Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place.
Second half underway. It is a Stryker possession. Juilliard, inside it goes to Barnum. Drop step, spin into the lane, flips it up with a left hand, no good. Rebound, Jacoby again, just controlling that backboard as he has done basically all season and for most of his career. Here's Leppelmeyer over to the right side to Ripke. Adkins has it now to Beck. Inside it goes to Ripke. Good catch in traffic. Ripke had that taken away by Barnum, who sealed him off nicely. 13-10 Pettisville, their first offensive possession of the second half. Here's Jacoby, high post. Drew a couple of defenders. Now it's into Beck's hands, and Leppelmeyer comes to get it. Comes to Adkins now on the left point. Top of the circle now to Jacoby. Over to Beck. Both teams have been manned throughout. Donovan is on Beck. Barnum on Ripke. He's done a good job taking him away, holding Ripke to just 2. Now it's Adkins. Jacoby flashes out. Right point with a basketball. Hands it off to Ripke. Minute and a half in. Still 13-10. Pettisville out in front. OG leads Defiance at halftime, 36-29. And Jarrett Beck, first field goal of the second half after making the final basket a 3 of the first half.
Well, how many times in big games do you see that X factor, maybe someone that you didn't think was going to play a big role in a certain area, and right now it's Beck with those 2 big threes.
Biggest lead of the night in this one is right now at 16-10. Stryker a near turnover. Cadwell and Barnum kind of fumbled it away almost into the corner to Michael Donovan. They have been so good on the Pettisville has on the closeouts tonight. And that's something Brian Leppelmeyer told me in the pregame. We better be good or they're going to make us pay. They force a turnover. Ripke the other way, fouled by Jacob Cadwell. Cadwell was going to do whatever it took to prevent Ripke from getting to the rim.
That time they had to blow the whistle there. That was pretty blatant, but your point spot on at the other end about the way that Pettisville has really taken away the perimeter game for Stryker. They're just not able to get many clean looks.
Here's Jacoby, 8-footer, got the soft touch, flips over the top and in. 2 for 2 start from the field for Pettisville, and it's 18-10 now. Here's Barnum, right side, tries to work his way toward the basket, tosses it back out. Donovan, high-low into Juilliard. Pass was too far underneath. Juilliard carves out space nicely and sticks it in.
Well, he's got the ability to use that left hand, and he shielded his hand and the ball from Jacoby with his body and able to get a clean look at it.
18-12 now. Leppelmeyer ahead to Beck, who hands back now to Jack Leppelmeyer. 3 minutes gone by in the third. 18-12 Pettisville on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Here's Jarrett Beck. Top of the key to Leppelmeyer. Leppelmeyer looking for an angle to get it to Jacoby. Didn't have one. Now it goes left to Adkins. Adkins on the wing. Adkins. Again, Daniel Donovan guarding him and playing way off him. He's the help. They'll take their chances with Adkins. Top of the key, Ripke. To the left side to Adkins. Pettisville has done this all night, showing extreme patience on the offensive end.
It's been the kind of night where back-to-back threes is officially filed under offensive explosion.
Yes. Ripke to Jacoby. Almost the midway point already of this third quarter. 18-12 Pettisville. Biggest lead of the night has been 8. It was just a moment ago. Adkins into the lane using some of that quickness. Juilliard says get it out of there. Controls now ahead to Barnum. To Cadwell. Cadwell didn't have numbers, so he'll bring it back out. To the post, never had it. Never had it. Broken up by Jacoby, but the loose ball grabbed by Barnum. Cadwell over to Barnum. Top of the key to Cadwell. Back to Levi Barnum. Nice snap pass inside. Lay-in is good by Cadwell, and Barnum, beautiful job.
Barnum is one of those guys that can offer so much. Good passer as well. Pettisville just fell asleep defensively, and Barnum found the open teammate.
18-14 now, Pettisville. Here's Jacoby. Gives it up to Leppelmeyer, and an offensive foul is going to, a defense. Yeah, it is offensive. It'll be Caden Jacoby, his second.
Well, I'm not going to say that wasn't a foul, but Juilliard had a little grin on his face when he ran down the floor and looked at Tyler Willis. Sometimes you got to sell it. That's part of it.
That is. No question. So a chance to climb a little closer here for Stryker. 3:10 to go in the third. 18-14 Pettisville. Michael Donovan out in front. Top the key to Juilliard. Gave it right back to Donovan. Donovan on the elbow, left side. Backdoor cut. Villanueva lays it up. No good. Jacoby another rebound. And now it'll be Leppelmeyer. Right to left come the Blackbirds. Up 4. 18-14. 2:50 to go in the third. Now it's Adkins. Gives it up to Leppelmeyer. Left point. On the wing to Ripke. Ripke comes topside. Picks his dribble up. Pushes it over to Adkins. Adkins to Jacoby. He'll face up. Hands to Beck. Beck to Jacoby. Got feet tangled up with Juilliard. Play on. Here's Jacoby. Shot blocked by Juilliard on the baseline. And now Paul Stahl with a foul coming back up the floor. It'll be on Adkins, and it'll be his second.
Well, that's a break for Pettisville in the sense because Jacoby was there as well. I thought when the first whistle, that it was going to be just one of those frustration things, but we said at the beginning, I mean, these kids have played against each other their entire careers. They're familiar. There's no fear on either side, and we've seen both big men go after each other. At times, Stryker and Juilliard just got the best of it.
Not just tightness there are family connections on the benches.
Yeah.
Here's Daniel Donovan into the corner to Juilliard. He's on the baseline. Skip pass over to Villanueva. 18-14 Pettisville, under 2 now to go in the third quarter.
Will Stryker be able to hit a perimeter shot here tonight? It's just been non-existent so far.
Out in front it goes to Daniel Donovan. Donovan on the wing to Michael Donovan. He'll bounce it off to Barnum. Inside to Juilliard. Juilliard and Jacoby. Jacoby knocks it free. Stryker faithful thought there was enough contact to warrant a foul. The officials say play on. Here's Ripke. Bounce pass through the legs of Barnum into Jacoby. Got it! Highlight reel play.
How about that? Bounce pass between the defender's legs. Jacoby with a strong finish.
And quickly, Juilliard comes right back and they answer.
In a big way, in a hurry.
20-16. Ripke into the front court. And a foul on Stryker as Ripke started to maneuver across the paint. It will go on Michael Donovan, his first.
Well, first off, the first half of that is credit Pettisville and Ripke for that amazing bounce pass and Jacoby with the strong finish. But then you tip your cap to Stryker because Jim comes alive, Pettisville high-fiving. Stryker didn't care. They just 3 quick passes and they're down getting a layup.
Here's Ripke. Pump fake, fouled by Juilliard. That'll be number 2 on Elijah Juilliard. And Joey Ripke, who has been held to 2, will shoot 2.
Well, one of the ways you kind of attack a good shot blocker, whether it's Juilliard, Jacoby, pump fake, give them little looks at it, make them commit early, and that's exactly what Ripke did.
Joey Ripke, 76% hits the first.
And as soon as Juilliard went off his feet, Ripke knew he had him. Elijah knew he was beaten. Could do nothing other than knock it down and make sure it wasn't a 3.
10 points, 5 rebounds a game for Joey Ripke. Gavin LeBeau back on the floor for Stryker. The second one is long. Villanueva tracks it down. Now it's Stryker into the front court as we go under the 1 minute mark left in the third. 21-16 Pettisville. Daniel Donovan, that's his shot. He loves that move, going to the rim, a little floater, and he's even good at going left, coming back as a righty.
Yeah, if they could get him going. He's kind of over the second half of the season proved to be a very integral part of the offense. He can go on a hot streak here, and that's what the Panthers need, someone to start hitting something from outside 5 feet.
Brian Leppelmeyer, I think, wants one shot. Half minute to go in the third. 21-18 Pettisville. The lead was as much as 8. It's been an 8-3 little mini run since then by Stryker. Leppelmeyer comes out near midcourt. 18 to shoot in the third. Jacoby sets a high screen. Leppelmeyer going right. Leppelmeyer picks the dribble up, gives to Jacoby. Now to Beck, way out for 3, no good. Rebound though, here's Ripke, rainbow 3, no good. Another try, Beck, that 3 is no good. So 3 threes, all off target, and that'll do it for the third. 8 minutes at least to decide the championship in the BBC. Pettisville leads Stryker 21-18.
In this moment, who has your back? Do you know the name of your insurance agent? Does your agent know your name? Or would you call a 1-800 number that connects you with who? Another state? Another country? Get a local independent insurance agent with Auto Owners Insurance. Someone you can call when bad stuff happens. In this moment, get an agent who will protect you in that moment. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small, they do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
How fun is this, Adam? 21-18 Pettisville, 8 minutes to decide a title tonight.
Well, we said in the pregame, first one to 40 may win this. That's still in play here tonight, but
I go 30 now.
We also said I'd be shocked we get into the fourth quarter. This isn't a 1 or 2 possession game, and that's where we are. And again, I mean, these have been the 2 teams that have separated themselves this year in the conference. You'd want nothing less than this kind of fourth quarter ahead of us.
Stryker 4 of 6 in that quarter when they were 5 of 21 in the first half. Pettisville 3 of 8 in the third quarter shooting. Pettisville basketball as we open the fourth. Adkins into the post. Jacoby, the turn and the finish. You get, no matter who's guarding him, you get it that deep, that's easy. Villanueva tries to answer. That 3 is an air ball, and the save will not happen because Barnum was the last to touch it.
Tyler Willis tried to get a couple of extra seconds of rest for Juilliard, knowing he was going to play basically the entire fourth quarter, and so he wasn't on the floor there, and that's good coaching by Brian Leppelmeyer. And Barnum just a good defender, but he's at a size mismatch there, and they went right after it and took advantage.
23-18, full court pressure from Stryker. They get it into Jacoby, using that size to come help as he's so often done in the press breaker. Now it's Leppelmeyer across the timeline, gives to Beck. Opening minute of the fourth. 23-18 Pettisville. Here's Leppelmeyer, high on the right. Top the key now to Ripke. We've seen a sub here or there. Stryker a touch deeper, but it's been mostly the starting 5 for both teams for a duration of the night.
We've only had 1 timeout used in this game as well, so both coaches with a full allotment available.
Adkins off the bounce, penetrates a couple of steps below the foul line, bounces it out now in front to Ripke. Ripke guarded, a couple of crossovers, guarded by Barnum, and a foul on Barnum. That'll be the second on Levi Barnum. 4 team fouls on Stryker, 2 on Pettisville.
Now, Tyler Willis's argument with that is that hasn't been a foul all night. Don't start doing that now.
Sideline inbounds on the far side across from us. Comes into Ripke on the wing. Ripke out on top to Jarrett Beck. Beck trapped. Stryker picking up some defensive intensity. Trapping, pressuring all over. 2 guards chasing the basketball. Now it's Jacoby facing up. Jacoby must have had a blood situation too. He's now
got a different
54.
jersey out there. I just noticed that.
Here's Jacoby. Over to the right wing to Adkins. 23-18 Pettisville. Now it's Jacoby. Tried to spin baseline, and it was just yanked away by Juilliard. Now it's Barnum in transition, but we'll back it out. Donovan for 3. No good. That was Daniel Donovan, and they still can't buy one from the perimeter.
It's been a struggle for the Panthers outside of about 10 feet. Even inside 10 hasn't been given.
And they are still in this, trailing by 5. 5:45 left in this one, in regulation anyways. 23-18 Pettisville. Jacoby out high with it, a couple of steps above the top of the circle. Now over to the right side to Leppelmeyer, back to Jacoby, back to Leppelmeyer, back to Jacoby. Through a pair of defenders. Now it's knocked away by Stryker, and the Panthers turn him over. Michael Donovan in transition. The runner is no good. Rebound to Leppelmeyer, coming out of the pack. Leppelmeyer to the right, ripped away by Barnum and Juilliard, and then Beck on the deck will bring down Juilliard and pick up the personal, his first.
I think this might not be a bad opportunity for maybe to take a Pettisville timeout here, just kind of calm the kids down a little bit. Last 3 possessions, just 3 giveaways. I mean, Stryker obviously picking up the intensity defensively a little bit, but doing their best to get Pettisville move faster than what they want to, and they've been able to do that the last 3 possessions.
Juilliard gives it up. Daniel Donovan, short. Rebound blocked. Caden Jacoby says to Juilliard, get it out of here. Couple of chances, not able to capitalize. Stryker.
Those 2 have gone at it all night long. It's been fun to watch.
Here's Leppelmeyer on the far side with it. 4:40 left in this one. 23-18 Pettisville. By the way, they're midway through the third in the OG Defiance game. Timeout Pettisville. And as we go to the break, OG's had a couple of double-digit leads. Defiance making a run. They have it at 42-38. Ottawa Glandorf in that one. Here, 23-18 with 4.5 to play. Pettisville on top. Pettisville taking the timeout.
The Pettisville Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to wish Pettisville the best of luck in tonight's game. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters understands all of the hard work and commitment of all of the area athletes, especially those at Pettisville. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters. If you'd like to become a member today, contact a booster member. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters, supporting every athlete in every sport at Pettisville High School and Junior High. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters saying, good luck, Pettisville, tonight.
Adam all over it a couple of minutes before it happened, but you thought maybe Brian Leppelmeyer, you saw a timeout coming.
Well, they just seemed a little out of sync. Stryker is doing their darndest to double team on the perimeter to get Pettisville going faster than they want to, maybe take some chances, and they've been able to do that. I think good timeout by Lepp just to settle everyone down.
Leppelmeyer to Ripke, out between the circles. Out of the timeout, both teams have 4 remaining with 4:25 left. Here's Jarrett Beck, far side. Now on the wing, it goes to Adkins. Over to Leppelmeyer on the wing. Dump pass diagonally down to Adkins, and he's fouled on the way up. Sean Adkins will shoot a pair.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what Stryker did defensively. It almost looked like a 3-2, even maybe a 1-2-2, and what happened was Pettisville, with good spacing, really spread them out a little bit, and they were able to get that backdoor cut that led to the free throws.
That foul on Villanueva is his first. Sean Adkins to the free throw line. Can't connect on the first one.
Well, I mean, if you follow basketball, you know you get into the fourth quarter in a close game. Free throws are just so magnified, and it doesn't matter how many times you shoot them at the end of practice when you're tired. It's all about breathing and focus at the line.
And Adkins got the second one. His first point of the night. They're now 4 of 6 at the foul line tonight. 24-18 Pettisville. Cadwell halfway home in the fourth quarter here in a game to decide the outright BBC championship. Barnum backing in, feeling it, turnaround, jump hook goes Levi Barnum.
Now, Barnum knows what he can do and what he can't do. He's a very smart player, and he knew he had Ripke in a position where he could just lean into him, create a little space, that little soft little one-hand jumper, and he's good at that.
24-20 Pettisville. Andres O'Neill and low scoreboard. 3.5 left in this. Leppelmeyer to the high post to Jacoby. Got a mismatch. He's got Villanueva on him. Ripke, I had said Jacoby, it's Ripke. A little step through off the glass, no good. Rebound put back is good. Caden Jacoby all over the backboards all night.
Well, Juilliard left him to come over to try to get a block shot. Didn't know if he needed to do that, but he did it, and that left Jacoby wide open for the offensive board.
Good pass inside to Juilliard from Cadwell. The field goal is good, and Tyler Willis wants to talk it over. 3:09 left in regulation. 26-22 Pettisville with the lead. We'll be right back.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small, they do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
Andy Brigle, Adam Gubernath, 3:09 left in the BBC title game. Pettisville 26, Stryker 22, Adam.
Well, just kind of a repeat of what we saw back in early December when these two played the non-leaguer over at Stryker, going down to the wire. Very physical game. Kids are getting after it, and here we are halfway through and about 4-point game.
Full court pressure. Ripke bounces it into Leppelmeyer. Trap coming. Leppelmeyer gives it back to Ripke. Still in the backcourt. Got to get closer here. Got to get across, and they do at the count of 8. Now to Jacoby on the foul line, extended left side. To Leppelmeyer. Remember, with a 4-point game, Pettisville does not shoot free throws extremely well. Actually, they're a little bit better than Stryker at 66% as a team. So they do have 2 out of the 3 that they make. Foul called on Barnum. And that should be and is his third.
That's a big foul to keep an eye on. First one to hit, I think, 3 here tonight.
16 fouls, so no more to give for Stryker. Beck over to Adkins. Adkins, high post to Ripke. Ripke on the elbow. Couple of defenders, now make it 3 defenders surround him. He'll give it up to Beck. He's trapped. Flying through is Jacoby. Jacoby with a double team, hands to Beck. 26-22 Pettisville. Beck bounce past Leppelmeyer. Over to Adkins now. He'll go to the elbow to Joey Ripke. Ripke had it knocked away. Turnover, Pettisville.
It's the 4th time in this 4th quarter they've just had a ball slipped out of their hands.
Donovan's pass somehow got through to Barnum. Bounce pass into Juilliard. The reverse layup is good.
How about that? Reverse layup using the rim as an extra shield because Jacoby was coming to block it.
And here come the Panthers.
Careless basketball leads to a layup at the other end.
26-24 Pettisville.
Blackbirds had 5 turnovers through 3. They've got 4 here in the 4th.
150 and counting. Adkins with it out in front. Adkins into the lane. Adkins jump stop. Bounce pass hot and hard and low, and Jacoby can't handle it. It's a turnover.
5 of them in the 4th quarter, Andy. And again, they had 5 through the first 3 combined.
2 for the tie, 3 for the lead. They have not made a 3 tonight yet. Donovan gives it up to Barnum, and he's fouled by Adkins, but they're nowhere near the foul limit. That was on the floor. It'll be Ripke who collects the foul. That's the 4th team foul, and Joey Ripke's 2nd personal foul.
Still a couple to play with. I think Lep's message defensively, still be physical, still play aggressively.
Ball looped into Barnum, 26-24 Pettisville. 1:18 left in this one. Here's Cadwell to Barnum, back to Jacob Cadwell. Cadwell tries to turn the corner, elevates, got it, we're tied.
Through it all, Andy, 1 minute left, and we are tied.
Here comes Sean Adkins, jump pass ahead to Ripke. Ripke across midcourt. Ripke weaving his way inside, turns, surrounded, muscles it up, no. Jacoby on the glass, yes! rattles it home as he's done all night long.
9th rebound of the night offensively. That's how they've generated the offense.
28-26 Pettisville. 35 seconds to play for the title. Cadwell to Barnum. His defender went down. Barnum jump hook. No. Jacoby the rebound. Jacoby knocked away from behind. Loose ball back. Timeout Pettisville with 25 seconds left. 28-26 Pettisville. Blackbird ball when we come back.
Since 1954, Midwest Community Federal Credit Union builds financial security for our members. Profits are returned in the form of lower loan rates and higher deposit rates. And right now, our dividend rates on certificates of deposit are some of the best in the area. Deposit at least $250 and take advantage of these great CD rates today. Visit MidwestCommunity.org/rates for more information and imagine a different possibility at Midwest Community Federal Credit Union.
All right, game reset. Pettisville up 28-26. We're in the final minute of this one. 3 timeouts left for both teams. 14 fouls on Pettisville, 6 on Stryker. If we have a held ball, Stryker has the possession arrow. Adam, talk to us a little bit from both teams' perspective.
Well, I think, obviously, if you're Brian Leppelmeyer, the ball needs to get into the hands of Ripke in the backcourt. You can lob it up and get it in. Getting it in is priority number 1. Making good, crisp passes. I mean, just some fundamental things against the full court press that's kind of eluded them here. If you're Tyler Willis, you go for the steal. 25 seconds to go. You can maybe give them a few seconds, but at some point, if you get about 20-18 and you don't have that ball, you got to foul and put them to the line. Keep in mind, again, neither team really all that proficient at the free throw line.
Tough spot to inbounds. Jarrett Beck tipped. Ball loose, and it goes to Leppelmeyer. Look out from behind. Leppelmeyer to Jacoby. 18-17, and now a foul given. It's a 1-and-1. Caden Jacoby.
In the backcourt off the entry pass, Sandy. They got away with it. And then when it should have been stolen, the hot potato ball, but then they get it across midcourt and got away with a travel when they picked up his dribble.
1-and-1. Got it. He's a 70% free throw shooter and 3 for 3 tonight.
Well, remember, he was the one at the end of the game over at North Central that went to that line and just buried them to win it with no time on the clock. So he's comfortable, about as comfortable as you can be.
And he got that one. That's huge because it's 2 possessions now.
Pettisville's got 2 to give, Andy.
Cadwell across midcourt and timeout. Tyler Willis. 14.7. We'll step aside quickly and be right back.
Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters. The Stryker Athletic Boosters is always proud to be a part of Stryker Athletics, and they want to salute the hard work of all the athletes that are competing this season. If you'd like to be a member of the Stryker Athletic Boosters, contact a coach or a booster member. Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters.
30-26 Pettisville. It is Stryker basketball, and you made a great point. Pettisville has 2 fouls to give here up 4.
Yeah, they've got the 2 fouls with under about 14 seconds to go, so you would assume the first one will come with an inbounds pass, maybe let them get a dribble or 2. The important thing for Pettisville is you can't let that guy get past you because now they got numbers and you can't foul, and if you're trying to foul from behind, it allows them to maybe get up some sort of a prayer. So you're going to see, hopefully for Pettisville, you're going to see a foul there quickly. If you're Stryker, you have to anticipate that, but the question is, are you going to go for the 2 or the 3 here? That'll be the interesting thing.
14.7, Barnum brings it into Cadwell. Cadwell to the left side to Donovan. Donovan fouled. Well, wasn't in the act of shooting. That's okay. 4 seconds came off the clock.
4 seconds off. That's a win for Pettisville right there. I would suspect we'd see something very similar again. 3 seconds.
10 seconds
they're going to go after them.
10.1, Adkins with his 3rd foul. 4-point Pettisville lead. Barnum to Donovan. Shot is blocked. Did they call the foul?
They called it, Andy. They called it.
Leppelmeyer guilty of the foul, and Michael Donovan will shoot 3 in a 4-point game.
And that's the risk you take sometimes with young kids when they have the mentality that they're trying to use that foul. And credit Donovan for getting the shot off.
He's a 71% free throw shooter, and he missed the first one. 8.3 left. 30-26 Pettisville. 2 more free throws for Michael Donovan, who has not scored tonight. Buries the second one. And now Brian Leppelmeyer going to ice him here. They'll both have 2 timeouts remaining. We're going to stay here. 8.3 left, 30-27 Pettisville, and 1 more free throw for Michael Donovan.
Well, I anticipate. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll put it that. I won't be surprised if he makes this free throw if Stryker burns one of their timeouts, just to get everyone set, because they're going to want to use that foul and get them to the line as quickly as possible. The nice thing that Brian Leppelmeyer has is probably his best free throw shooter is 6'9". Have him just get into the middle of the floor, lob it up, have him get it. He's going to get fouled. Hit the 2 free throws, you're okay. But if he hits this free throw, I wouldn't be surprised if Stryker burns the timeout here.
30-27 Pettisville. 8.3 left. Donovan, 1 more free throw. Is he going to miss it on purpose? Look at the way Stryker's going. He hits that second one. Those guards out in front were kind of like...
Instead of the timeout, they bring the sub in. They bring Gavin LeBeau in, which allows them to reset here. So same thing, just a different way to get to it.
Not going to guard the inbound, so Ripke will get a clean look. He gets it into Jarrett Beck. Donovan fouls him with, LeBeau fouls him with 7.3. And Jarrett Beck, numbers on the year, 70% free throw shooter.
Well, the senior, Andy, going to the free throw line with 2 free throws to maybe clinch a BBC title in his final home game. And, well, maybe not, excuse me on that one, but his final league game.
1-1. Beck bends, sends, missed it. Rebound, Juilliard. Baseball pass is intercepted. Now it's loose and a foul. The foul is on Daniel Donovan in a loose ball situation with 3 seconds left.
Well, they had numbers. Stryker had 2 down the floor. Pettisville only had the 1 defender, so Juilliard saw that and he threw the baseball pass, but he couldn't get enough on it. Donovan, it was tipped. Donovan tried to get a hand on it. It was a loose ball, and they called a loose ball foul.
And another 1-1 for Pettisville. This time it's Adkins. He's 1 of 2 and 64% for the season. First one is on the way. It's no good. Barnum the rebound. 2.4 remaining, and the door is open. So let's stay here for strategy. Tyler Willis finding out where it's going to be inbounded. So it's a full court inbounds with 2.4 left. A 2 ties it, a 3 wins the title.
Well, the first thing that you need to know that everyone, you're going to see after they come out here, Pettisville's going to use one of their 2 timeouts remaining. They're going to see and this is kind of the chess match a little bit, because Tyler Willis wants to design something that's going to get him the best shot possible, but in the back of his mind, he knows if he shows something, Pettisville's going to call a timeout and they're going to adjust to it. But what you can do is you can somehow get Juilliard, if he doesn't take the ball out, flash him to the middle, lob it up to him, have cutters, the Bryce Drew shot when he was at Valpo when they beat Mississippi, I think it was, have streakers go down either side. The big thing about it is now at this point for Pettisville is you no longer have a foul to give. You cannot foul because you're going to put them to the line. The big question for Leppelmeyer will be, do you guard the inbounds pass or do you want someone roaming safety out in center field? He's got a 6'9" weapon, and it looks like for the time being, well, he started to walk over to the baseline. It looks like they're going to put him out in the middle.
You're right. Here comes the 2.4. Brian Leppelmeyer and his staff going to see how they're aligning. It's Barnum to inbounds.
Yep, and here comes the...
And now there's your timeout. And now the layer to the chess match now. Will Tyler Willis change what he just sent out or is that his best option?
Well,
you can overcoach and overthink a little bit here from time to time, too. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but it can happen. Whatever your best set is, you go with it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for Coach Leppelmeyer, it's like you're trying to ice a field goal kicker. You want to do it right before that snap goes off. And so he got a really good look because the official was getting ready to hand the ball to the inbounder when they got the timeout out there. Judging by what Tyler Willis is doing in the huddle right now, I'm going to say, Andy, that I'm willing to bet that he's going to go with the exact same thing that he had written up. They're going to try to get something in the middle. We'll see if maybe Pettisville did they have Jacoby go back just to give Stryker that look?
Like deke him a little bit.
Exactly. There's just a lot of, because both coaches knew deep down that we were going to have back-to-back timeouts. It just happens. But this time, but the nice thing that Pettisville has defensively, they've got 6'9", yes, but they've also got 6'5" Ripke, so it gives them a couple of options.
2.4.
So look for Juilliard maybe to run to the middle of the floor, or someone to set a screen to get something going towards midcourt.
Barnum up near midcourt, caught by Juilliard. Timeout. Did he step out of bounds, though? It is not called, but the way Pettisville gestured, they thought he was out of bounds.
Well, he got a timeout. He caught it right at the scores table, and the way that Pettisville was reacting, you would have thought that he was stepping out of bounds, but Tyler Willis.
So 2 seconds remaining. That just took 0.3 off the clock, and that's it. Now you're at half court.
Now you're inbounding on your side of the court. What can you do in about 2 seconds? Well, you can pump, fake, and dribble. You can make 2 quick passes. I mean, you don't have much more time than that. But what this does now defensively is Pettisville almost has to sell out on that first pass. That's the mentality. But if you do that, you're going to leave someone open. So the play will be set. How this is going to unfold will be set on the inbounds pass. If Pettisville is beaten right away, the defender gets behind him or they get a good look, they're going to be playing catch-up. Stryker will get a good look. If Pettisville's able to defend it right from the beginning, Stryker's going to need a prayer for it to go in.
Stryker has no timeouts left. Pettisville has 1. It'll be Barnum from the side, right by the scorer's table. They're not guarding Michael Donovan in the backcourt. Everybody else, here's action on cross action up in the front court. Now Donovan gets into the mix. Flashes. Here comes Cadwell for the title for 3. Got it! Jacob Cadwell! The bank is open above the volleyball line. Incredible! Jacob Cadwell. And folks, it's the first 3 of the night for Stryker.
They did everything they wanted to. They got the ball at the top of the key. There was a bit of a rub, and Pettisville was there. It was contested, and he banks it in for the win. His only shot outside 1 free throw he's made all night. They have him for 4.
He had 2 field goals before that.
So there you go. Excuse me.
The one and only 3 for Stryker. And it's Cadwell, who all year long has been, you could make an argument, option number 5. That silent assassin. You think you've got everybody covered. And here's old Jacob Cadwell that will sneak in, and he buried that thing deep. Volleyball line and above, and a kiss off the glass and a championship for the Panthers.
Pettisville had the first couple of options defended, and I think what happened was Stryker kind of went into scramble mode, as you might expect them to. And I think once they started scrambling and run around, I think just for a half second, Pettisville got lost in a switch. And Cadwell got the ball. Again, it was defended. There was a defender there. It wasn't a wide open look. He was defended. Wow.
We're going to take a timeout, gather ourselves some stats, and we'll talk with Tyler Willis. The title to Stryker, 31-30, back in just a moment.
You never know what life will throw your way, so you always need to be protected. At Danielle Van Atta Agency in Bryan, they will take care of you. With years of experience and expertise in the field, Danielle and her team will get you headed in the right direction with your home, auto, life, or business insurance. So when life throws something at you, you know you're protected the right way. Contact Danielle Van Atta Agency today at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408. Danielle Van Atta Agency, ready to help protect you.
Hi, Dan Stuckey here, broker owner of Real Estate Advantage Team. Are you ready to sell your home but not quite sure how to get the ball rolling? Give me a call and I will help guide you through the entire home selling process. Making sure you and your home are ready for marketing is key to achieving the highest price possible for your home. I will help prepare you for any obstacles that may arise during the home selling process and put together a marketing plan that will give your home the best exposure possible, including right here on the radio. Selling your home can be an emotional, stressful time, but with over 25 years of real estate experience, my goal is to make your selling experience easy and stress-free. And as a Christian-based business, when you buy your home through Real Estate Advantage Team, I will donate 10% of the company's net income from your sale to a church or nonprofit charity of your choice, honoring you as the reason for the donation. So let's get you moving. Call 419-636-5100. That's 419-636-5100.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Starks Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Starks Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com. Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
Why do so many people travel to Jason East Automotive Services in Edgerton when they want their vehicles repaired? Because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have over 60 years of experience fixing the problems that other mechanics couldn't. They work on all makes and models, and they specialize on imports. Recently, they have expanded their service area by almost 50%, and they've hired Eston Knurk to their staff. So if you have a vehicle, foreign or domestic, that you want fixed right the first time, take it to Jason East Automotive Services on the east side of Edgerton.
And now, hold on just a second. Welcome back out here to Pettisville. We're talking with All right, let's take two again, and we'll do this fast. Tyler Willis, congrats. Not a bad BBC championship game tonight. No. Congrats on the win.
Unbelievable. People are telling me thank you and good job. I didn't do anything. I didn't do a dang thing. It's all about those kids. those kids, it was not a good offensive game because of Pettisville's defense. It's not because we didn't make shots. It's because their defense was that good, and our defense was good. It was one of those BBC games. It's all about these kids and how they persevered. I didn't do a dang thing out there. That was unbelievable.
Take us through the ending. First full court, then half court.
Yeah,
and I said, was Jacob Cadwell your fifth option?
Let's just say no. All right? Let's just say no. So, but I knew we had a play drawn up that we were going to shoot it there in the full court. Once he caught it there on the sideline, I just called a timeout because that's not where we wanted it at all. It was Levi's not a quarterback. We found that out. But he was a tall guy going against Jacoby, and they did the right thing, putting Jacoby there, making a tough pass. So once it got there, we needed a timeout, so we called it, and then we ran a play. And yes, it was for Jacob Cadwell. Let's just say that.
Okay,
right?
it was all
exactly
set up for Jacob.
Yeah, but no.
He's been that kid, though, for you all year.
Yeah, he has. And he didn't have a good game, and offensively, but no one did. And he just came through at the end, got the ball and knew he had time, and I don't even know what happened. I'm still trying to process it.
You banked it in and won.
I know that. I said it was long.
Okay.
I go, oh, no, it's long.
Adam, a game like this, Tyler, low scoring, low possession, physical, intense, so many different stats can play a role in it. The one that really stands out to me, fourth quarter turnovers. You, unofficially from me, none. Pettisville, 5, and 4 of them were balls that you just swatted out of their hands. Good. I mean, you took care of it and then took advantage of the opportunities.
Yeah, big time right there. It's just we were down 5 there, and they were holding it, and they were doing a good job, and we had to get up into them. We had to trap. Our kids were dead tired, and they just found a way. They found a way. We work on active hands all the time in defense and practice. And that's what it was, and drills and stuff like that are boring, but man, they do come through, at some point. And that's, again, I've always said that the kids care about practice. They go to practice. They work hard at everything that we do. All the silly, stupid drills that probably make no sense, they work hard at them for moments like this. You never know when that's going to come, where you need to be able to back tap it or anything like that. We worked on all that, and they were able to do that. And then just hang on the ball. Jacob Cadwell did have a good game, but he didn't turn it over in the fourth quarter. He's our point guard. Sophomore out there, and Daniel Donovan, and then obviously Elijah Juilliard and Levi Barnum out there making big plays. That one time where they got a layup, and then we came right back down, Elijah got a layup. He just sprinted. He was tired, but he sprinted and got a huge bucket there.
Hey, go enjoy this with your team.
Cool.
We could talk to you another time. We'll see you at tournament time.
Amen to that. Thank you, guys.
Tyler Willis, the head coach of the BBC champion Stryker Panthers, as they win it tonight at the Horn, 31-30. Let's go over the final numbers tonight in this one. Elijah Juilliard ended up leading Stryker. He finished with an even dozen in points. Levi Barnum had 6. Jacob Cadwell had 4 before that last shot. But that 3 is a pretty big one. He ends up with 7 tonight. Daniel Donovan 4, Michael Donovan 2, both of them at the free throw line. For Pettisville, dominant performance. Another double-double for Caden Jacoby tonight. He left it all out there. He finished with a game-high 20. Jarrett Beck 6, Joey Ripke 3, Sean Adkins 1. We're going to get to free throws in a minute, and that kind of told the story just a little bit. From the field, Pettisville only 25 field goal attempts. They were 11 of 25. That's a respectable 44%, 2 of 8 from 3. Stryker came on a little bit there in the second half to get to 14 for 38 from the field. And as we noted, the only 3 of the night, the game winner banked in by Cadwell. They were 1 of 7 shooting threes tonight. Stryker 2 for 5 shooting free throws. Now Pettisville, not terrible, 6 for 10. But, boy, their misses became magnified late there when they went to the free throw line. You had a miss from Adkins. You had a miss from Beck. So those 2 that jumped out, 2 of the 4 misses were big time tonight.
Well, you mentioned the missed free throws in the fourth quarter and then the 5 turnovers by Pettisville in the fourth quarter compared to none for Stryker. I mean, Pettisville had the lead the entire time that those things are happening, but what that didn't allow them to do was to stretch that lead out anymore. They had possession after possession where they could have pushed it up to 6, to 7. They just weren't able to do that. Turnovers, again, Stryker 6 in the game unofficially, none in the fourth quarter. Pettisville 10 for the game unofficially, with 5 of them in the fourth quarter. Rebounding a +6 for Pettisville tonight. As you said, Caden Jacoby double-double. He had a game-high 10. Elijah Juilliard, 9. How about those two seniors? Last time they're going head-to-head, and boy, did they leave it all out there here tonight.
And I don't even need to ask this because the Best One Tire and Service Best Play, Jacob Cadwell, welcome to that club with a banked-in above the volleyball line game winner, championship winner tonight.
Well, if you're an athlete, you play any sport, especially basketball. I mean, could you ask for anything more than that? To hit the game-winning shot on the road at the buzzer to win a league championship? I mean, boy, how exciting is that?
Stryker wins 31-30. The scoreboard show starts now.